Hi guys, it's me again, Rose from the Philippines. Welcome to my channel. It is called Gantsilyera, a show and tell of crochet and craft related items. Today is August 25, 2019. It's a Sunday. So, I took the opportunity to make a podcast today before going to church. And first off, I want to thank you guys for taking the time out of your day to watch my videos and make a visit with me. I really appreciate it, and I don't often say it, but I really do appreciate you watching my videos and being in a yarn community. So, what have I been up to these past days? I'm going to show you some finished items that I have made these past days. I'm back to my polygamous ways, so I have been juggling projects, just small ones, taking time for one and then for another one as I am working on it. So those are the cell holders. So I have been making some cell holders using the Jane cotton yarn from China, which are variegated. And I have made 6 of them, and I'm going to show you the colors. So there's this one, and then there's this baby colors here. So for this ones, I use the moss stitch, and I really love that stitch. It is one of my favorite stitches of all. And these cell holders are reversible, so you have this design here, but when you turn it inside out, it looks like this. So that is an added effect to the item. So you have this one and this one, and another one is this. So I'm hoping to put them on my shop, on my online shop, so that people can buy it from me. So these cell holders, I have put and the strap is detachable. So as you can see, you can detach the strap from it, and it has this shell-like stitch here where I put the buttons so that you can easily take off the strap. So this strap here is made out of treble crochet back and forth. And I also put a loop here so that they can put some type of keychain in it. So I know that some people like putting their cell holders on their necks so that it will be portable for them, just like when they are at the office and they want it handy all the time. So I put a handle on it that you can put on your neck like this, and you can just put here your cell phone, and wherever you go, it is with you. And I had the option of taking off the strap because I know that some people like putting their cell phones as is. So I got that idea, and I put them on all of the cell holders. And the moss stitches that I used are alternate stitches, so they are also reversible. And I'm gonna list them on my shop, putting names to them. So for this one, when you turn it inside out, it looks like this. And I'm gonna name them. So for this one, I'm gonna call it Camo for camouflage, because it looks like the one that soldiers use or wears, the colors. So for this one, I'm gonna call it Ampalaya or bitter gourd, or maybe talong or eggplant. So this one has pastel colors in them. And this one is the yarn that Sophie is practicing on her chains. But I used it already, but I have some leftovers that she can still practice on. And there's this one. So since I have some salvage yarn for those, and I don't want to waste it, I have been making some coasters. I have been collecting it to send to my tita. So maybe after going to church, we're going to our Tito Fernan, and my aunt's house is just near there. So I will be able to give this to her since I used up most of the Jane cotton yarn. I have 17 pieces of them. I only have one left in this camel color because I bought two of them. So because I have some leftovers, I was able to make some coasters out of them. So there's this one. Just the basic coaster design that I use for the other ones with two increases. So I still have some leftovers. So I also was able to make two granny squares for each of the yarns. So I have this. I have this color here, and I'm going to collect them and maybe turn them into a tabletop or an afghan, because as you know, granny squares never really runs out of style. I often see them on shows on TV, even shows from Korea. They have some granny square afghan on their sofa or somewhere lying around. So I also have this one in this color. I have two for this one. I have two for the camouflage color. And I only have one for the baby colors because I'm gonna give Sophie the leftovers for this one so that she can practice on. So those are the first project that I want to show you guys. The second one is I have been side knitting. Sophie has seen one of the headbands that I made from before that is knitted, and she has been using it, but she is asking me to make her a black one that she can use to at school because they're not allowed to wear headbands that are colorful. So they are only allowed bands on their hair in black color. So I was able to make her one, and she has been using it at school, so I wouldn't be able to show you. But since I really love that side knitting so much, and I'm glad to have an option of another project going on, so I decided to make more of them using a 2x2 ribbing that you use before you make a hat, in the beginning of a hat. So these are 2x2 ribbing headbands. So I have one in maroon. I have made one in this khaki color. And yesterday I was able to sew in the ends for all of the projects that I've used or I've done. So I have this one here in brown, which is using the Hirschner's yarn that Miss Margaret gave me. I have some left over of it, so I was able to make one. And then the last is this gray one here using the Lana yarn from Tabora. So those are also my side projects for knitting, and I'm going to make more of them in the future and maybe put some embellishments on them so that I can put them on my shop. So I'm also glad to tell you guys that I was able to put up 3 more how to bead letters for the how to bead letters series that I've been making. So those are, the first one that I made is the letter I. The second one that I have made is this letter J here. So these are the ones that I use for the thumbnails. After finishing them, I use them as a thumbnail. The last one is this letter K here. And then my next ones will be the L, M, and N. And I'm hoping to make them within the week. I wanted to put up 3 of the tutorials per week, but it depends on the schedule. Because sometimes Danielle goes up very early. So since I am done working on those, and I'm hoping to put them on my shop. I was able to make other projects, but I'm still accumulating some granny squares, so I was able to make one after the leftovers for the headbands, using the leftovers. So I was able to make 2 more. And sorry about the barking, that is our neighbor's dog. So after church today, we are hoping to go to my tita's house because one of his apo had his birthday yesterday, and we want to visit with them. My mama wanted to visit, and my tito has requested for the snowman that his apo saw from my Facebook account. So I wasn't able to make a new one because I don't have any more fiber fills. So I have seen the snowman lying around. So what I did was I just washed it. And as you know, Makmak and Sophie has been playing with it. And the hat and the scarf is detachable. So the first hat and scarf is gone now. And I don't know where to find them. So for this snowman, I made another scarf for him using the Lana yarn in light pink, and these are just treble crochets back and forth. And for the hat, I decided to use the also a Lana yarn that is in khaki color and a push-up pink yarn from Mayflower. And I was hoping to make some type of end to the tip of the hat, which is not a pom-pom. So this is how it turned out. It looks like a tassel, and this is the first tassel that I have made so far. It's really not perfect, but I'm hoping that it will do. So it's gonna be on the tip of the hat so as to have some type of design there. So this is how it is, and I'm going to bring it to give it to Lara in the afternoon. And the weather here now is a little bit dim. Yesterday it was raining, but we were able to go to MOA. So I'm gonna tell a story about that later. But I'm gonna show you next the purchase that I have yarn wise. So last August 11, as a gift to myself, I ordered some yarn from China again, from the seller that I used to buy from. So I was able to purchase 9 of this, and it says there that it's the cashmere wool. So these are the yarns that is some type of fingering weight yarn, ingredient colors. So you can see this has some type of rainbow colors in it. The camera pose, sorry about that. So this is one of the purchases that I have, and these are some type of rainbow colors in it. 2 more of them are in these colors. This reminds me of a parrot, and it says here that it is a 100% wool, and it is gonna be hand wash. Some of it is in English, and it has some labels here. You can iron it for about 120 degrees to 140 degrees. Dry cleaning or hand washing gently. Dry in the shade and plain unfold arid. So I can't really tell the label of it because the sticker is put on top of it. But this one reminds me of parrot colors or cockatoos. When I open the package, it really smells nice. For me, it smells imported, just like when you open a new box of shoes. So this is the next one. Another one is this with some colors of greens and blues. I can't really tell between turquoise and taupe or other blue colors, but those colors might be in this ball here. And these are 50-gram balls, and it says here that it is 180 meters. That's the third one. This one Sophie really likes because of the pink, of course. It also has some light shades of green and some white in them, faded white. So I'm hoping to make something out of them, and the first thought I had is for a sash. But when I looked it up from the internet, a sash is really something that is a ribbony type of thing you put on your shoulders when you win a pageant. So I think that is wrong. So thinking to make a scarflets out of them, which are small type of scarves that you can put on your neck, because I always see some church members or church workers using those. So I'm hoping to make those out of this. So this is another one with some greens and browns. And you can't really tell what's inside because sometimes it is very different from this cover here, or this first layer here. So there are also yellows and oranges inside. So you can't really tell. And there's this two which is supposed to be the same, but when you look at them, they are really not the same in the outer part, but I think on the inside they will be the same. So they only have numbers in them. They don't have any colorway names. And this is very soft, and it has fuzz in them, and maybe that is the way it is for wool. So the last two are these ones. This one looks really nice. And another one, or the last one, is this. So those are most of the projects that I want to show you guys, and I want to share with you. And we have this plan of making a bead starter kit, my ate and I had that idea of selling something as a starter kit for making beaded items, but we needed a capital for that, so I'm hoping that we can pull it through or push it through. So another thing that I have put here is that if you want to watch more of my podcast, I always put some of it on the end screens. So if you're just interested for it, and for the letters or the how to bead letters series, I will put the links on the description box below. I have made a playlist for it. I am making it individually because I know that people tend to just pick letters from the start of their names to work on. So even though the start of it is the same, just like for the letter D, the letter E, and the letter F, I always start it all over again to show you guys better. So those are the projects, and I became polygamous again with working on projects. I have put up 12 items on the shop, and I have one of them sold, so I'm pretty happy with that. It took 7 days for the process of picking it up here and then delivering it to the buyer. It is in COD, or cash on delivery, so the money is going to go to my shop wallet before I can withdraw it to the bank. And the pickup guy, or the person who picked the item, is very courteous and very nice to explain to me the process of putting the items on a sealed pouch, and he has given me 25 pieces of it for my future purchases or for my future selling. So I have subscribed to different podcasters, and I will put their links on the description box below. Whenever I find something new for podcasters from the yarn community, I will put them on the description box if you want to check them out. So I think those are most of it. Yesterday we went to MOA even though it's raining, after receiving the package that my brother-in-law has. when we went to Momo just to roam around and unwind, Mama and I. And I have a clip of that I will try to merge and put here as some type of taking you guys out with me video. So I think those are it. I'm gonna prepare now for church. So I'm hoping to catch up with you guys soon. And I hope you had a fun time today, crafting or just having some family bonding time. That's it from me. Bye for now.